The Christmas Pig, written by J.K. Rowling, illustrated by Jim Field. Chapter 4 Holly Macaulay. When Monday arrived, Mom caught Jack trying to sneak DP into his school bag. "No, Jack," she said gently. "What if he got lost?" The thought of DP getting lost at a new school among strangers was dreadful. So Jack put DP back in his bedroom, but he felt very lonely and frightened as he approached the school gates. "I'm sure you'll have a lovely day," said Mom, hugging him before the bell rang, and he had to go inside. Jack didn't say anything. He was frowning with the effort it took not to look scared. The children in his new school all stared at him. They seemed bigger than the people in his old class. The teacher spoke to him kindly and asked his name. Then she asked the rest of the class to come to the front one by one to show what they'd collected for the nature topic. Jack didn't have anything, of course, so he watched while people showed leaves, acorns, and conchers to the class. Then came break time. Jack found the corner where nobody would bother him. After break, the teacher told everybody to take out their reading books. She gave one to Jack. Then she told the children that today was a special day because some older students were visiting the class. Everybody would get a partner who'd help them with their reading. The classroom door opened, and in came lots of big children from the top ear. They were all grinning, and a few of them waved at younger children whom they knew. Jack felt more scared than ever. One tall girl stood out from the rest. She had long black hair, which she'd tied back in a ponytail. She wasn't giggling behind her hand like a lot of the other big girls. She stood calmly while the teacher invited the older children to pick a partner. When the tall girl caught Jack's eye, he quickly examined his fingers. The big children began moving among the desks, and Jack's classmates all began whispering, "Holly, Holly, over here, Holly." The girl sitting beside Jack was whispering, "Holly, Holly," too. When she saw Jack looking at her, the girl next to him explained, "See her with the long black hair? That's Holly Macaulay. She's a really good gymnast. She's been on TV." "Hello," said a voice a long way above Jack's head. He looked up. Holly Macaulay, who'd been on TV, was looking down at him. "You're new, aren't you?" she said. Jack tried to say yes, but his voice wouldn't work. Everyone was staring at him, and the frantic whispers of "Holly, Holly, Holly, over here" became louder than ever. But Holly Macaulay ignored all of them. She pulled up a chair and sat down beside Jack. "I'm going to be your partner," she said. It might seem strange to compare a floppy little pig to a tall 11-year-old girl who'd been on TV, but not to Jack. DP had brought him friends on his very first day at his old school, and Holly Macaulay did the same for him at his new school. After just 1 hour with Holly as his reading partner, Jack was no longer the quiet new boy. He was the boy Holly Macaulay had chosen, the boy Holly Macaulay called "my mate, Jack," when she saw him at the packed lunch table later. The rest of his class was impressed. They wanted to talk to him now. After he'd finished his sandwiches at lunchtime, a boy called Laurie asked Jack if he wanted to play football. Laurie knew lots of good jokes. When Mom picked Jack up at the end of the day, Laurie talked his mom over to Jack's mom, and the two mothers made arrangement for Jack to go and play at Laurie's house later in the week. DP was delighted Jack had had such a good first day at his new school. He loved hearing about Holly Macaulay and Larry. Of course, Jack didn't have to say anything out loud. Snuggled under the blankets, with the sound of rustling leaves just outside his window, DP knew and understood everything without being told. Jack fell asleep with DP's bean-filled body against his cheek, his familiar smell mingling with that of the new paint in Jack's room.